Vice President tasks 6 regular course cadets on professionalism. President Bola Tinubu wishes Nigerian Galale well as he proceeds on indefinite leave of absence. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security commences distribution of free fertilizer to smallholder farmers. Hello, this is the news at 11 on Nta News24. We are live in Abuja. I am Charles Alpha. The Nigerian Police Academy in Wudil, Kano witnessed a momentous occasion as the 6th regular course cadets mark their passing out parade in a grand ceremony. Vice President Kashim Shettima, addressing the graduating cadets, charged them with the crucial task of upholding the nation's security with professionalism and integrity, emphasizing their role in reshaping the future of policing in Nigeria. Elizabeth Yila Lamido has the report.
A dinner was held to honor the graduating cadets of the Nigerian Police Academy Wudil ahead of their passing out ceremony, a celebration of the cadets' achievements. Inspector General of Police Kayode Ekbe-Tokun addressed the cadets, urging them to maintain integrity, and emphasized the importance of their role in strengthening the security and stability of the nation. At the parade ground, the cadets impressed the audience with a demonstration of their training, performing a simulated rescue operation and combat scenario. This display showcased their tactical skills and preparation for the challenges ahead. Vice President Kashim Shettima, accompanied by Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf, was in attendance. The Vice President inspected the cadets and was met with an outstanding parade. Among the 462 graduates of the 6th regular course, 7 were awarded first-class honors and over 100 received second-class upper degrees.
It's not an easy one at all, but alhamdulillah, we have conquered and today we are rejoicing.
Our seniors will ask us, when will you pass out? I want to tell them now that I'm already out. I've done my POP, glory to God.
I feel like the happiest man alive because it's been a very, very tough and rigorous journey.
As parents proudly watched their children, the cadets now prepare to begin a 1-year attachment, transitioning into full service as officers of the Nigerian police force. In Kano, Elizabeth Yila Lamido, Nta News.
Governor Diko Umar of Kwara State has urged prompt responses to distress calls while commending the commitment of the Nigerian Army to addressing security challenges. He stated this during a meeting with Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja at the Government House to discuss enhancing security measures and military operations in the state. Howell Halil reports.
Governor Dukarada commended the recent visit by top military officials, acknowledging the federal government's growing concern over Kwara State's security situation. In a meeting at the Government House, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja, expressed optimism about tackling the challenges through collaborative efforts and appreciated Governor Rada's unwavering support.
I often say that the Nigerian Army is the people's army. The sense of having troops deployed in the state is to work in concert with the stakeholders and work in concert with the indigenous and inhabitants of Kwara State to achieve that desirable and lofty objectives that the people have set out for the army.
The Chief of Army Staff emphasized the need for intensified citizen sensitization to complement military operations and enhance community involvement in addressing security threats. The discussions also focused on strengthening joint security initiatives, ensuring farmer safety, and developing effective community response strategies to counter attacks. In Katsina, Awal Hallaru, Nta News.
The Chief of Staff to the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, has advised graduating students of the Legislative Mentorship Initiative to embrace the responsibilities and challenges that lie ahead as leaders with the right vision and value to catalyze transformational change in the country. This was during the graduation ceremony of third cohort fellows of the LIMI mentorship of the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies. National Assembly correspondent Amina Saidu has the report.
The Legislative Mentorship is a brainchild of the former Speaker Gbajabiamila with the aim of empowering and preparing young leaders with practical experience in governance, politics, and decision-making process. The Chief of Staff to the President said LMI equips participants with needed skills and capacity to transform challenges into opportunities.
Nigeria, like all nations across the world, has faced its share of challenges, adversity, mistakes, and setbacks. Yet each time we have emerged stronger as a people and as one nation under God. And why? Because a new generation, people like you, are learning from the past, taking these lessons to heart, and finding ways to make things better. You carry with you the wisdom of those who came before you, and now you carry within you the prospects of shaping the future of those that will come after you.
This is the kind of investment we have to do. This is the kind of shares we have to really put our money into. We need to take care of the younger ones. We shall be digging our grave if we abandon the younger ones to all these vices, all these kidnappings, all this banditry. They will not go into all these vices if they are well, engaged, if they are well tutored, if they are well schooled, if they are well trained. And this is what this LMI is all about.
Graduating students who were full of hopes expressed their readiness to contribute meaningfully in the legislative and democratic process. Amina Saidu, Nta News.
President Bola Tinubu has received a memo from his special advisor on media and publicity and special presidential envoy on climate action, Nigerian Galale, informing of his decision to proceed on an indefinite leave of absence for personal and health reasons. The president accepts his reasons for the leave, fully understands them, and sympathizes with the circumstances that have led to his seemingly difficult decision, while extending his heartfelt prayers and best wishes to Ngilali and his family, urging his challenging moment. The president hopes for a speedy recovery and full restoration to health. The president notes his tireless efforts and dedication to serving the nation and thanks him for the remarkable contributions he made in his various capacities, especially in advancing national discourse and leading the efforts on climate action and other key activities. The president wishes him well in all his future endeavors. The Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security has commenced the distribution of free fertilizers to smallholder farmers as directed by the president. Our correspondent Musa Babali reports that the Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Aliu Sabi Abdullahi, flagged off the distribution in Bogu, Niger State.
2.1 million bags of fertilizer were released to the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security by the Central Bank of Nigeria. The farming inputs are to be distributed to smallholder farmers as part of the Renewed Hope Food Security Strategy. A substantial amount of the bags were allocated to state governors for onward distribution at state and local government levels. This marks the commencement of the distribution at the federal level. Minister of State for Agriculture and Food Security, Aliu Sabi Abdullahi, represented the president at the flagging of ceremony in Bargu local government area of Niger State.
Let's be magnanimous as the president has been to ensure that this thing gets to the people it is meant to, because that way we can ramp up our production, and that way the food security challenge we are currently facing can begin to, wear down.
The farming inputs were given to farmers for free with the expectation that it will have positive impacts on the National Food Production Initiative.
It is going to impact on us positively and greatly, because it's one of the itching problems for poor farmers who cannot afford to buy fertilizer in the local market.
Because, there was a time when we had seizure of rains, and even if they had applied it that time, it wouldn't have been useful. Now the rain is a bit stable and in the normal rates we're expecting. So I think this is the best time to apply these fertilizers.
Ali Sabi Abdullahi said the government will continue to provide support to smallholder farmers towards achieving food security in the country. President Bola Tinubu has also directed the ministry to commence preparation and data capturing for farmers who will participate in the 2024-2025 dry season farming. From Bargu local government area of Niger State, Musa Baba Aliyu, Nta News.
And our controller of immigration service, FCT Command Boma Solomon Pep, warns officers of the command to shun corrupt practices as a sure way of actualizing the service's mandate. This was while addressing officers and men of the command in Abuja. Victor Azu reports.
Not at any other time before now has the border management role of the Nigeria Immigration Service been better highlighted than now. It's been a major focus of Comptroller General of Immigration, Kemi Nanda, and command heads have also taken a cue. Leading the tributes to her predecessor in office and former Service Public Relations Officer, Tony Akuneme, Comptroller of the FCT Command, Boma Solomon Purple, wants officers to emulate the celebrant and shun corruption so as to actualize the service's mandates.
Just like our CGI had ordered, she said zero tolerance for irregular migrants, zero tolerance for corruption. If we put all this in perspective, I think the service will go a long way.
Others describe Akuneme as a leader with the Midas touch.
Tony was able to combine paramilitary regimentation and human relationship approach to administration.
In Mr. Akuneme, I saw love, I saw care, I saw professionalism.
For the celebrant, who also served as media advisor to the immediate past Comptroller General of Immigration, his career has been guided by lessons he picked up from his father.
When you're strong, support the weak. When you're rich, help the poor. When you're wrong, own your fault. And when you're angry, hold your tongue.
CIS Tony Akuneme is now Comptroller, Ilela Border Command in Sokoto State. In Abuja, Victor Azu, Nta News.
You're still watching the news at 11 on Nta News 24. We'll take a break now. More reports ahead. Stay with us. Thank you for staying with us. Nigeria needs to concentrate more on the protection of her history through proper documentation, as civic education is key to mobilizing citizens towards the national aspiration of a united country. This was part of submission at a book presentation titled Against All Odds, My Testimony by Nyakonoso, Editor-in-Chief of the Biographical Legacy and Research Foundation, a first online biographical information database on who is who in Nigeria. Adiagbo has the details.
Iyakno Uso, the man who initiated and operates the first presidential library in Africa, the only presidential library in Nigeria's 63 years history, says for over 5 decades, he has been committed to preserving Nigeria's history through libraries, media researches, documentaries, and biographies. At this lecture titled Breaking Barriers, Bibliotherapeutic Impact of Biographical Legacy on National Reading Culture, Mental Health, and National Development, scholars including former President Olusegun Obasanjo appreciate the efforts of these septuagenarians in preserving resources on Nigeria's history.
I would say to everybody who wants to have a record keeper of a world standard to try and make use of blue.
In the 60s and the 70s, we have records because government producing records, keep sending it to the National Library to protect and preserve. But presently, currently, nobody is thinking about it.
He pursued his dream to be Africa's best librarian, and I think he sees. He's paid his dues. He's entitled to live a full life.
I'm 70. I have decided that henceforth I'm going to train, I'm going to open up my space for seminars, for talks, on information management and knowledge management for young Nigerians, so that we begin to grow, as a nation that can look into the future.
Despite his age, he says he is on course to sustain the humanitarian job. In Abuja, Olusegun Adiagbo, Nta News.
Now, that the House of Representatives is to engage the head of civil service of the Federation to address the bottlenecks in the recruitment processes at the federal universities. This was the result of the House Committee on University Education during the last lap of oversight visit to federal universities in the Southwest Zone. Our National Assembly correspondent Muhammad Rabiu Ali tells us more.
The interface between the committee and management of the Obafemi Awolowo University provides a lead way to correct some anomalies based on the submission by the university authority.
And as an institution, we always want to ensure that we keep to that standard. Now, some of the things that are happening now is even that when people come on board, they come, you train them, they go off.
I have started talking to the minister, looking towards a robust interface between our universities, research institutions, and the captains of industry. How do we patent our research findings in such a way that there will be a win-win solution?
At the University of Ibadan, the committee scrutinized the documents submitted by the management on budget performance 2020 to date.
A number of other issues that you have raised concerning our IGR, which involves many of our label fees, we will address it.
Infractions on nominal roll, student enrollment, and internally generated revenue were raised during an interaction with the University of Lagos. Documents were subjected for further forensic examination.
We do not take anybody without federal character being here. So at each time that we employ, federal character is here, and they look at the numbers of the people that come in, and that they fit the expertise, and that we had a fair chance for anybody to respond and come in. We always make sure we do that.
Committee members are expected to round off their visitation with federal universities in the Northwest Zone. Muhammad Rabiu Ali, Nta News.
Now, Chairman of the Board of Trustees of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, APGA, Chekwas Okori, has advised the National Working Committee of the party to activate without delay the party's disciplinary machinery to sanction or those who may be found guilty of anti-party activities and whose actions and utterances have brought the party to public ridicule and shame. At the media briefing in Abuja, he strongly advised that the party's disciplinary measures must be all-inclusive.
ABGA is a product of 3 attempts for registration at INEC in 1996, 1998, and 2002. ABGA is a spirit and therefore indestructible. ABGA will outlive all of us.
Now, in the face of economic uncertainty, many Nigerians are turning to entrepreneurship as a means of survival. From small-scale manufacturer to online business owners, the resilience and creativity of these individuals are inspiring. Ibrahim Danhamidu met some entrepreneurs in the FCT who are thriving in the midst of challenges.
Meet Ebele Moloku, a 60-year-old registered dietitian and nutritionist who turned her passion into a thriving business. With an initial investment of 2.5 million naira, she employs 5 staff and is confident of a loyal customer base.
I've tried to think outside the box and I've tried to adapt to the changing times, especially the hyperinflation that we're experiencing in Nigeria and in the world at large.
Her staff members, who are mostly young lads, have had their own entrepreneurial experiences.
From the time I started working here, I've learned that you can't just do things based on the first thoughts that come to your head. You need to visualize on it and think deep on it and see many ways that it can be possible.
I'm happy working for her. Maybe when times go on, I believe that I will be at the top when I leave here.
Self-employed is doing something that you know that you can fetch money rather than depending on government.
Then there is Lillian Adegbola, a creative entrepreneur who takes calculated risks to produce innovative content. Despite economic challenges, she has adapted and thrived, inspiring others with her resilience and creativity.
You have a legacy to grow and to hand over. It doesn't matter where you're at in life. I said that people think you have to have a lot of money to have a legacy. No. What are the experiences you've had in life? Can you draw wisdom out of them?
These entrepreneurs embody the spirit of Nigerian entrepreneurship, a testament to the country's resilience and creativity in the face of economic challenges. As Nigeria navigates its economic landscape, small businesses like these will play a vital role in driving growth and development.
From humble beginnings, solutions to the problems amidst economic challenges in Nigeria, it's all around us. It's all around us. From her experience in the kitchen, she came up with this magnificent solution.
I have seen firsthand how entrepreneurs are turning their ideas into reality, creating jobs and opportunities for others. Their stories are a testament to the power of innovation and determination. In Abuja, Ibrahim Danhamidu, Nta News.
And former President Goodluck Jonathan has visited Katsina to offer heartfelt condolences to the Yaradua family on the passing of Fatima Dada Yaradua, mother of late President Omar Yaradua. He was received by Katsina State Governor Dikko Rada, accompanied by Deputy Governor Farouk Lawal and other top government officials. Awal Haliru has the report.
The former president was received by Katsina State Governor Dikko Rada, accompanied by Deputy Governor Farouk Lawal and other top government officials. At the Yaradua quarters, Senator Abdulaziz Yaradua welcomed the delegation. Former President Jonathan shared fond memories of Hajia Dadi Yaradua, calling her a mother of all, due to her selfless and nurturing nature, which extended beyond her immediate family to touch the lives of many nationwide.
They are mother that
we've lost. God, Allah has blessed her. To live that number of years showed that Allah has accepted her and that she was a good woman. She was a blessed woman. And she brought children that have contributed significantly.
Former President Jonathan expressed his deepest sympathies to the family, praying that God grant the deceased eternal rest and comfort those she left behind. In a related development, the Nigerian Television Authority also condoled the Yar'Adua family. The general manager of NTA Katsina, Umar Bakari, delivered the condolence letter on behalf of the Director General of NTA, Salihu Abdulhamid Dambos. In Katsina, Awal Halliru, NTA News.
And this is where we end the news. Many thanks for watching. I am Charles Alpha.